big thank you to everyone who participated in the Q&A. And even if you didn't, thank you for watching. This was really fun to do, and I'm thankful for everyone who decided to ask this question. This is something I've wanted to do for a while now. So, yeah, and by the way, if you can't tell, I just got finished answering everyone's questions, so my voice is all cracked up and everything. But I hope you guys enjoy the Q&A. Hey, sorry it took so long, but it's about time. We're finally doing the Q&A! First question, and it's from my good pal Buck. Hey Buck, how you doing? It says, is it purple gum pink or roast beef brown? Buck, you should know the answer to that question. Oh my god. The Duo Dreamer asked, why did I remove Ghost Rider from my MK1 video? Simply, I just didn't like it. Just the same thing how I felt about the Blade video. I just didn't like the video. I wasn't really proud of it. I didn't like the way Ghost Rider sounded. I didn't like how I write it. So I just decided to cancel it because I thought it was garbage. So that's why I got rid of it. Hey, it's my good pal, Zeatron Studios. I'm so sorry if I butchered that name. It was so much fun working with you, by the way. But your question is, what character you ever voiced that was the hardest to get? Man, that is a great question. Man, I actually have to put some thought into it. But I can think of only one. And that one, actually maybe two. I'd say the second one is Mud from Gaslight District, because even though I didn't have to, I wanted to give him the Australian accent because he had a little bit in it in one of the scenes in the Gaslight District show. And the first one is actually Warwick from League of Legends, and he was really tough because it's the deepness of the voice and also the fact that okay, so this isn't the first time where characters I had to go like this, you know, like with Raiden. I'm fine, Kevin, relax, you know, this isn't the first time I had to do this. But with Warwick, what made it so tough is that, like, I could get lightheaded and I feel like I could faint. And, like, it really depends. So, like, for example, like doing this, Powder, how is your sister? It's not too tough to do. But however, of something like, so I needed you. You were there. Let me forget. Who taught you how to punch? That can do a lot for me, and it can get me lightheaded. Heck, I'm feeling lightheaded right now. So doing Warwick was pretty tough because it can do a lot for me physically, but it's really fun to do. Yo, what up, Woody? How you doing, bro? It's good to see you here. And your question is, number one, if you have a stand from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which one would you pick? I'm going to be basic, but I'm going to say Star Platinum. And it's because, one, I never really got too far into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So, but like, Star Platinum to me is just the coolest. Not only does he look cool, but like, if someone were to run up on me and try to attack me, I could just have, you know, Star Platinum show. Number two, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Vanilla ice cream. I freaking love vanilla. It's always been my favorite. And my second favorite would definitely have to be cookies and cream. Specifically the Oreos cookies and cream ice cream. And three, have you watched an animated series of YouTube called Monkey Wrench? I think that's how you say it. I might have said it wrong. Please don't make fun of me. No, I haven't watched it. But I'd be happy to hear you tell me all about it. Yo, dude! King Spoon! How are you? Your first question is, do I like pina coladas? I've never had one. I probably should try one because I looked it up a few minutes ago and it looks good. Question two, and do I like getting caught in the rain? It really depends. Like, sometimes I really don't. I mean, I think it depends because, like, I don't know. I mean, it really depends if I feel like getting caught in the rain or not, because, like, there's times where it'd be heavily raining and it gets all my shoes soggy, and then my socks get soggy and everything. Oh my god, I cannot speak English. And all that stuff. It really depends. And have you considered voice acting in a booth with other people like they do in the big leagues? Absolutely. I actually want to be in a studio and voice act in a studio one day. And one of my biggest dreams is to voice act in an anime. So that's why in some of the shorts that you see that it's some anime stuff, because I do want to do all the screaming and all that stuff and etc etc. So yes, I definitely want to be in the studio, and I definitely want to be in the big league someday. The main man Daniel asks, happy early birthday, man. Thanks. Also, for my question, what was the first Death Battle video you ever watched? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you asked about Death Battle. Okay, firstly, if none of y'all don't know, and if it wasn't obvious from the fan dub, I freaking love Death Battle. I don't always agree with them, but I do love Death Battle. And my very first Death Battle is all the way back from Season 1. Yeah, I was here from the start. My very first Death Battle I ever watched was Goomba vs. Koopa. Ever since I found out about them, I loved them ever since. And as a kid, I would even make my own Death Battles. So yeah, Goomba vs. Koopa was my very first Death Battle. Jazz says, hey there, happy early birthday. Thanks, man. And he also says, so I want to ask, what character from Poppy Playtime is your favorite? Mine is Doughy. I love your voice impressions of him, especially when you dub that one with Janet. You sound awesome. Aw, man, thanks. And yeah, I'm gonna have to say my favorite Poppy Playtime character is the same as yours. It's Doughy. I feel like with Doughy, his character is just phenomenal. The way he's written and all that stuff, I just love his character, the tragedy behind it, and I love Chapter 4 in general. Like, I love what they did with it. I feel like Chapter 4 focused more on the emotional damage that the experiments had to go through and all that stuff, and I loved how Chapter 3 focused on more of the terror. But if Doughy wasn't a character, I would definitely say either Yarnaby, Dr. Sawyer, or Catnap would have been my favorite. But right now, Doughy is my favorite, but he might be overthrown when Chapter 5 comes out. Borg Bunny, my man! You asked, number 1, what do you call a magic owl? Houdini! Number 2, do you tend to always do MK intros, or do you want to try other things? No. After this, I definitely plan on moving on, because quite frankly, I have gotten like really exhausted with doing these MK1 intros. It's like starting to wear me down and all that stuff. Like, they're fun, but like I also want to move on and just do more things, you know. I don't just want to do MK1 intros. I want to do other stuff. I want to do countdown videos of like my favorite stuff, like my top 10 favorite Pokemon, my top 10 favorite Monster Hunter stuff, and etc, and talk about video games and all that stuff, and do more voice acting and yada yada yada. So no, I don't always plan on doing MK1 videos, especially like with the Blade video. I wasn't really happy with. I'm happy with the Dante one. I'm still waiting for the script and lines for other people. But yeah, after like 3 more characters, a remaster intro, and a special little MK video that I will not tell you about, I'm gonna be done with the MK stuff. And the third question: if the zombie apocalypse were to happen, where would you go? Heaven, because I'm not trying to live in a world with, you know, a zombie apocalypse. If fiction has told me anything, sometimes the monsters aren't always the worst part of an apocalypse. It's the human beings. Full One, please excuse me for butchering your name, ask, what, when, where? Nick! Man, it's so good to see you here! You asked, favorite character to voice. Ooh, man, that is actually a good freaking question. If I had to do my top 5, my number 1 is Shadow the Hedgehog. I love voicing him. He's so much fun to voice. My second favorite would have to be Spider-Man. Spider-Man has been a childhood superhero of mine. He's my favorite superhero of all time. I mean, you should know, Nick, because you have me voicing him in your MK thing, and I was so honored. So I would definitely say Spider-Man. My third favorite, I think Nah, I think okay. So my third favorite would definitely be Dante Sparta. He's also really fun. I love playing his witty and charismatic character. I like playing him. And his fourth one would definitely be his brother Virgil. I also like playing serious characters, as you can see with Shadow. Oh my God, T. But yeah, I like playing Virgil. He's fun. And my fifth one. My fifth one, I would say either Denji. Yeah, Denji. I really like Denji. Playing Denji was fun too. Oh my gosh, I forgot to answer Nick's other questions. Character you wish you could voice. There's two in particular. The first one being Spawn. I really like Spawn. I think Spawn is a very interesting character. He's a badass and like has one of the best looking comic book designs of all time. It's just my voice isn't really deep enough to voice him. And the second one is Wolverine. I mean, like, I tried, like, you know, but like I just don't feel like. I just don't really like how my Wolverine sounds. Like, the best I could do is sound like this. I'm the best there is at what I do, but what I do isn't very nice. Yeah, I just don't like it. And like, it's like, I know it ain't Steve Blum, but I want it to sound like it or to be close to it. But it just, yeah, I don't like it. Your favorite type of sandwich? A sub sandwich. Carleaf, good to see you too. You said, what got you into voice acting? Oh man, I can't remember what exactly got me into it, but like, I think if I had to guess, it was when I used to watch anime. My parents could tell you, I am a very loud person, and I always loved like screaming like in an anime. So like, I remember I showed it off to them one day, and they were like, "You should be a voice actor." I'm like, huh, maybe I should. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I used to do voice acting all the time as a kid. Because I remember me and my sister, we used to watch this show called Zig and Sharko. And like, we used to dub over it all the time because they didn't talk. And then I used to dub over a show that I loved as a kid called Dinosaur King. And I would dub over the dinosaurs fighting and everything. And I would get in trouble with my dad because I was too loud and everything. So yeah, I definitely would say that anime is what inspired me to do voice acting. As I was recording, I realized that I forgot to answer another question for Carleaf. So when you're hearing this is me recording a second time. But what's your biggest inspiration and favorite voice actor / role? If you're talking about my favorite role as playing a character, I answered it with Nick. But my biggest inspiration, man, there's a lot of names that I could name. But like, I can't remember them all. But one of them is the voice actor from Glitch. It was Michael something. Forgive me if I can't remember. He was a big inspiration. Was it? I forgot. The guy who plays Wolverine in other characters. Hold on, I'm about to search up the voice actor. Steve Blum. He's also a big inspiration. Give me 1 minute. Christopher Sabat, if that's how you pronounce it. He's also a big inspiration. A lot of these people inspired me to do voice acting. But I think one of the biggest ones, and I don't know if this is part of the question, but what really finally got my ass up to do voice acting is when a friend of mine named Kat, he sent me a video that he was in, and he sounded great. Fun fact, that's where I found out who Daisy was. He sent me a video, and I was like, wow, he sounds so great. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of sitting around and not doing anything. I'm finally going to do something. And then my very first fan dub was the Bowser one, and I was so happy with it, and voila. Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, I don't think so. question. Who is your favorite Sonic character?
What's wrong? I'll handle this. Just wait here. I'll be back. I promise.
Shadow. Shelby Evie asked, what has been your favorite video that you've made and why? Man, another good question. Y'all are killing it. Oh man, that is actually really tough because there's so many flipping videos that I freaking love. Oh, you're killing me with this. Okay, so how about I chop this up to my top 3? Okay, so my third favorite video, even then, now this is really tough. My third, man, I don't care what y'all say. I'm combining these two. My third favorite video was both the Doughy videos I did, the Comic Dubs one, Doughy's Wrath and Doughy and Susan's Little Talk. I loved both of these because I was able to show off my emotions, whether it was when it was me being angry or me like feeling guilty. Those were really fun and I had a blast doing that. My second favorite video, it has to be More Than Anything cover. Okay. This was my first cover that I ever did, and I was so proud of it. Like, let me tell you something. When I did this cover, I cried like a baby, bro. Like, as I was editing it, I was in tears because I was just so happy with it. And like, doing it with Daisy was just so much fun. And like, when I sang with her, I felt like some type of connection. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, you know, singing it with Daisy, it made me super emotional because it made me really appreciate Daisy even more. Like, I already loved her to death, but doing that cover made me appreciate her even more as a person, and it made me so grateful to be her friend. And my favorite one is definitely the Gaslight District video. Kind of the same thing with the cover, but like less me being like crying my eyes out from this video, and more just really liking it and me enjoying it. And it's also the fact, every time I come back to this, it just makes me appreciate Buck and Marshy so much for helping me with this. It's just, voice acting with friends is just so much fun, and it's always a blast, and it makes me appreciate them so freaking much. I almost forgot my boy Owen. I'm just gonna use my phone because my throat is exhausted, but he asked what's his craziest hear me out. I don't really have one. The only thing I can really think of is maybe Rouge, but if we're talking about like, yo, stay away from her, you don't want her to have feelings for you because it'll be bad news, it would probably be Death from Kill la Kill. So yeah. Ryan, my guy, you asked, oh my god, I'm so sorry, who is your favorite impression to do? Well, I already explained to Nyx, so there's that. What's your favorite movie? If you were talking to little kid me, I would have said Jurassic Park. And I still like Jurassic Park, but currently my favorite movies are the Predator movies. The Predator movies are just phenomenal to watch. Like, it's a simple concept, but it's still so much fun to watch. Like, it's so much fun to watch, like, the main character eventually fight against the struggles, realizing that brute strength won't help them against this alien race that hunt for a living, and instead using strategy. But also, when you look deep into the lore, their lore is so interesting and rich. The Predators are like my second favorite movie monster of all time, behind Godzilla, and their culture, their lore is just so interesting. So I highly recommend that you give these movies a watch. And chocolate or vanilla? Well, I already answered that, but vanilla. Hey, Vinzilla. Even though it's last minute, don't worry, I'll still answer your question. Your question is, it's probably too late, but I still gotta ask. Do you plan on making it on... Plan on making a video of your MK1 roster interacting with each other? I thought about it for a while. I still don't know if I want to do it. Like I said, in the previous questions, I've been really burnt out, and quite frankly, I just want to be, I want to do something else. I might do it, but I'm not 100% sure. Hey, it's my friend Marshy! Marshy asked, what is it about voice acting that inspires you the most? Man, that is actually a really, really interesting question. I think it's just how much fun it is, you know, depending on what it is. I mean, of course, normal acting is fun too, but I think it's how fun it is to try to change your voice and etc. etc. But I think the most fun I've had with voice acting is, well, of course, as you know, freaking anime. With anime, I could do all the screaming and yelling, and it's fun to do all the grunts and the fight scenes and etc. etc. So I think that's it. The second question: why did you choose voice acting for your career? Because, like I said, it's fun and it feels like me, and all that stuff. It's something I want to do for fun. Voice acting is really fun to do. Normal acting, because I do want to be a normal actor one day. That's fun too, but you know, I just I just enjoy voice acting. So yeah. And number 3, not a question, but do an impression of a character you hate. Marshy, why'd you have to do this to me? Okay. It's not gonna sound good, but I guess I could try to do Heimdall from God of War. So, like, I could see why the half-breed is such a pushover. Like father, like son. You actually hit me. Okay, stop, monster. There you go. Also, Sin is at your front door. Yeah, right.
Let me in. Teehee.
Gotta go.